بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا ومولانا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا محمد وآله. This is day 28 and 29 of Ramadan with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam. The golden principle. The chest, the treasure chest, your heart. What did you put inside it? He says hundreds of rak'at, 20 times 30 to be exact, and Laylatul Qadr, of course, a 1,000-fold increase. So I don't know about you, but my chest is full of gold. And on top of it all, I ate the best food, never cleaned up after myself, and napped every day after work, and didn't have to deal with my children for the whole month. A king's Ramadan, if you ask me. Let's take a closer look at this king's chest. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أتدرون ما المفلس؟ قالوا المفلس فينا من لا درهم له ولا متاع. فقال إن المفلس من أمتي يأتي يوم القيامة بصلاة وصيام وزكاة ويأتي قد شتم هذا وقذف هذا وأكل مال هذا وسفك دم هذا وضرب هذا فيعطى هذا من حسناته وهذا من حسناته فإن فنيت حسناته قبل أن يقضى ما عليه أخذ من خطاياهم فطرحت عليه ثم طرح في النار. والعياذ بالله. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Do you know who is the bankrupt?" The companions said, Ridwanullahi alayhim, "A penniless man among us is one who has neither money nor possessions." He said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, "Rather the destitute of my ummah would be the one who comes on the day of resurrection with prayers and fasts and zakah." But he hurled insults upon this one, and brought calumny on this one, and unlawfully consumed the wealth of this one, and shed the blood of this one, and beat this one, and so every single person he oppressed will be given from his store of good deeds, and if his deeds fall short in restitution of the rights of those whom he harmed, then their sins would be brought into his account, and he would be thrown into the hellfire. رواه مسلم عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه كتاب البر والصلة والآداب باب تحريم الظلم. Remember our Ramadan king? He left out a part of his story. Every day his wife prepared a beautiful meal for the family, and every night she went to sleep weeping for his conduct with her. Every day he rested after work, the house would go silent, but if ever the children made noise while playing, their father would awaken and insult them. Yes, indeed, he had a king's Ramadan, but every ounce of gold in his chest was taken by his wife and children. More akin to King Midas, everything his foul mouth and harsh hand touched turned into someone else's gold. What's inside your chest? Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. Are the contents of your chest even able to accrue 1,000-fold increase? Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Before Ramadan, during Ramadan, after Ramadan, what's in your chest? Did you insult, slander, backbite, spread malice and hatred, violate the rights of your family, dishonor women? Where are your good deeds now, Mr. King? What is fasting about? Is it about what's in your stomach or about what's in your chest? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that the worst container one can fill is the stomach. And he also said that if the heart is well, all the body will be well. Do you know why he was the Ramadan king? Because he worshipped a God of his own fashioning. Instead of the lovely sunnah of breaking the fast with dates, instead of bringing into his home the beautiful sunan of treating one's family with affection and mercy, instead of bringing into his home the prophetic character, he mashed up the dates, just as he crushed the hearts of his family, and created an idol, as they used to do in the pre-Islamic times. He worshipped a God of his own fashioning. In his ego world, God doesn't care about others. God uses his authority to harm others. God is selfish and merciless and never gives thanks. And so, in his ego world, his chest is full of hundreds of units of prayer and a Laylatul Qadr bonus to top it off. But on Judgment Day, the world of the ego is no more. The golden principle is very simple. It says the weight of our worship can only be multiplied by its weight in gold. No ritual act of worship can rectify a right we violated, a heart we broke. إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. Certainly, those who were truly patient will be given their reward without limit. We began this series with the Muwajaha principle and explained that among its most important corollaries is that how we face God is how we will face people. If anyone believes that they can face the Creator with worship while facing His creation with harm, then they invoke the curse of King Midas on themselves. Let them accumulate wealth. Let them accumulate followers. Let them accumulate weapons. Let them accumulate death. Because, dear Ummah of Sayyiduna Muhammad, the God you fashion in your chest will be the God that is unleashed against you. Perhaps as we ponder over the most horrific event of our lifetimes, we might give this point due thought. Are we being oppressed, or are we projecting our false gods onto ourselves? اللهم لا تسلط علينا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. For those who are sincerely looking for Laylatul Qadr, you will find it in a dark room with a single worshipper, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with tearful eyes, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a hand that did not harm but was harmed by others, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a tongue that spoke only good while taking an earful of evil, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a mind that thought good of others while slandered in their sick intellects, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a tender heart that contained none but God, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, broken-hearted for the guidance of humanity, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Where will you find Laylatul Qadr? With Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wasallam. وليلة القدر يا صويحب حينما يلوح عين القلب وجه محمد. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا والحمد لله رب العالمين.